Supplicant, you may not pass. The Oracle's sight is clouded, disordered by the vile harpies that befouled the sky. Curse the malevolent fire witches of the Ophidians, who in their spite unleashed such the harpy plague upon Aquila. Go, warriors, rid our skies of this pestilence, and the Oracle will grant your audience. Do your work well, and she may see with sight undimmed.
These harpies, them reek of bad mojo. Them be spirits in the material world, trapped here because the world and spirit world be out of balance.
You have eased the Oracle's distress, noble traveler. Surely the Immortal sent you. The Oracle will see you, but you must bring her a proper offering. Go now to Achaea and attain the herb, Thymari, for the Oracle to burn in offering to Golden Apollo. Then all will be revealed to her.
We sure this Oracle's worth the trouble? We'll be getting her groceries for her next.
Now, Captain, my captain, we shall meet this Oracle at last.
You obtained the Thymari. Well done. May Golden Apollo send the Oracle visions of the secrets you seek. Pass on.
You have traveled far to find me, Sky Wanderer. And what would you ask of the Oracle of Delphos? You seek Argos, and I would aid you. I foretell your quest is for the good of all worlds, but alas, aid you I cannot. In freeing the Harpies, the Ophidians unleashed chaos across all Aquila. It dims the light of my prophecy, and Timari is not offering enough. Fall upon the Ophidians' ships and wrest from the Serpent Warriors the Lotus of Helios. Its sacred radiance may restore my sight.
More flour gathering? You see, I told you we'd be fetching her groceries.
There be power in this lotus. This posy here, her light burn a clear path through all shadow. Now we take it to the oracle.
Chaos still clouds my eyes. Argos stands in a deep darkness, faced with dire peril I cannot perceive. Only the mirror of Apollo can reveal him. My basin must be filled with the sacred water of Oceanus, but my water is gone. The Ophidians stole it. Seek the sacred water in Ilios, land of the Ophidian serpents. Fill my censer with it in return, and I shall find noble Argos for you. Go now to Ilios, land of the serpents. Seek stern Agamemnon, greatest of generals, camped outside Hissaric, the city called Troy.
By the ancient laws of hospitality, I am bound to bid you welcome, traveler, but I do so with grave concern. What does a stranger from afar seek that they would disturb the planning of the mightiest general of the Achaeans? You seek the oracle's sacred water. Have you wings like the immortals, that you might fly over Troy's accursed walls? No. Your wait shall be long. The serpents looted the sacred waters of the oracle years ago, when this war began, to rob us of the oracle's sight. The scaly fiends jealously covet such things. Indeed, have they not stolen the divine gift of the immortals from the high temple of Nova Aquila? You've not heard the tale of how this war began. Blind Homer, recount the tale of the golden egg and the treachery of Paris to our guileless guests.
Wrath! Sing, O muse, of the wrath of Achilles, strong and proud, who humbled Troy's champion and brought Achaea's army to its knees. The immortals, high on Olympus, put a test before proud Aquila. From on high they hurled the golden egg, sign of their favor. It landed in Ilios. Proud Achilles found the egg. From the savage Cyclopes he did recover it, bearing it in triumph to the feet of the emperor. But others looked on it, Gorgon's vile grandchildren, the Ophidian fiends who raised up Troy's towers. They looked on it with envy. A serpent's egg they deemed it. Cast out of the fiery deeps by the chthonic powers who slumber in darkness. Black jealousy stirred in their hearts. Paris, the firebrand, prince of the Trojans, came into Aquila, guest of Tiberius. He delivered his tribute, then gave a great feast. The eagles he plied with talk and rich food. While the Aquilans reveled, the snakes sprang their scheme. From out of the temple, the gold egg was stolen. Betrayal! The emperor, enraged, was as savage as Ares. His mightiest generals he sent to win vengeance. 1,000 ships they sailed unto Ilios. Stern Agamemnon, Ulysses the cunning, mighty Ajax, and dauntless Diomedes. Heroes all. But Achilles the Spartan was greatest by far. Unbeaten, unbeatable, he struck like a thunderbolt. The serpents ran shrieking from the sight of his standard. But stone walls stopped even the spear of Achilles. The Ophidians withdrew to skulk in their city. And so we besieged them. 10 summers of struggle. Long years from home have bred hot resentment. Achilles the Spartan quarreled with his stern general. The hero, insulted, sailed home to Sparta. We wonder, without him, can this war be won?
I am sworn to take the egg, or die trying. It has been said the immortals themselves cannot break the walls of Troy. You shall have your sacred water when the city falls, and not before. Would you fight with us to take your prize? Then fight. Despite our efforts, the Ophidians still sneak food into their city, prolonging the siege. Stop them, that we may starve them out. It seems you are an able warrior, stranger. Yet now, to win this war, I fear I have more need of an orator or a philosopher. Bright Achilles, the mightiest warrior in all Aquila, has left us. It angers me to admit it, but without his mighty spear, our plight against the serpents is hopeless. Go to Sparta, where Achilles sulks in his palace. Convince him to place his mighty thews back under my command, and we may yet win this war.
Who are you? And what business do you have with bright Achilles, king of Sparta?
We are humble travelers who roam the spiral seeking the mightiest warrior of all. You'd heard it was Achilles, so we looked for him in Troy. But he was not there. How could that be? The greatest of all wars. Surely the greatest of all warriors must be there, yes?
What are you saying? You doubt my prowess?
Well, there are some who say the prowess of bright Achilles is just a rumor.
It's not a rumor! It's not! Not at all! Who said that? Why don't they come here and say it to my face? Who are you anyway, to come in here and talk to me like that, puny pirate? Are you the lapdog of Agamemnon, come to beg for my return? The general could not avail himself to come in person, I see. How like him. Never once did he take up arms and go with his troops to battle, but ever did he linger in his tent, scheming while we fought. Yet only for himself did Agamemnon hold the triumphal feast, the warrior's reward. Never once for brilliant Achilles, mightiest of the Achaeans. I shall not be moved from Sparta until the acclaim that is due to me has been given. Speak to my steward when the feast is prepared.
Do I understand correctly? Is he asking us to throw him a party?
A party? Fabulous! Ooh, maybe we can have the kind where everyone wears togas.
Pipe down, you flea-bitten jailbird! What do we know from parties? I'm an expert on pirating, not partying.
Filling the belly with food empties the heart of resentment. Let us ask the Iron Chef of Sparta to prepare this feast. Home again, eh? Oh well. 2 steps forward, 3 storm gates back.